Now, let's talk about us training together.
Yes. I was going to ask you, why the hell are you even training outside?
Because you don't train in the gym.
Yeah, but it's warm outside. No harsh to Alex Pereira and Jerry Prohaska. Training in like it's oral forming. That's all it is. It is.
Let's talk about the superhero. You said Daredevil was broke.
I wasn't throwing shade on Daredevil. I was just saying, if he could be Batman, anyone can. Tim Ninja Turtles, they're a better example. No money at all. They still have the stuff. So like a YN from Chicago, he could do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait. Before we end this.
Yep.
Before we end this, I said I was going to do it.
There you go.
Dana White, everybody make sure he sees this.
Oh, it's 15-time world champion, Demetrious Johnson. You're listening to the MightyCast.
What's going on, guys? This episode of the MightyCast is sponsored by PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game we can play directly from your phone. All you gotta do is go to your app store, download PrizePicks, and when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MightyCast. Cool promotion going on right now. All you gotta do is play $5 in your lineup, whether it's CSGO, mixed martial arts, and even NBA. You're gonna win $50 no matter what happens in your lineup. And the cool thing about PrizePicks is you're not playing against millions of people around the world. You're playing against the projection, what they think is gonna happen in that event. So make sure you guys lock in your picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. Now, shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this episode of the MightyCast. Now let us get back to I Am Death Sentence. Enjoy.
Okay, what about the headband?
Don't worry about the headband.
Oh, cool.
It has 3 hours.
I thought you were weird.
Make sure the mic is right by you, right here. Yep, perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you ever fight in those UFC gloves?
I did not. Those are the worst UFC gloves they've ever made. That's why they don't use them anymore. Michael is super pumped about them. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to another episode of MightyCast, and we have one.
Don't worry about that. I guess
He's eating chips in the background.
Yeah.
Remember eating chips.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did, Mr. Mighty Mouse, sir.
Yeah, a lot of fun out here, didn't you?
It was amazing.
What do you think of Washington State?
Washington State is awesome, and everything is high priced, but I liked it down here.
What do you mean high price? Like high price as in like, you know.
It was expensive. Very expensive. Everything was expensive.
From what exactly?
It was
like, give me an example of what was expensive. Like, goddamn.
It was I went to go sorry about that. I just went to go buy some products from the store, and it was extremely expensive. Like, it's only like, I would say 12 in Charlotte, but it's like 19 in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it was 26. My bad. It was 26.
Okay.
26.
Okay. Well, it's always weird because I haven't, I've traveled all around the world, and a lot of my friends, one of my good friends, he grew up in Michigan, and he was like, damn, it's super expensive here in Washington State. I'm like, is it really? He goes, dude, yes, it is. I don't know any difference because I've never lived anywhere else besides Washington State. So when I hear other people who come to Washington State, they're like, damn, it's super expensive when I come out here. Gallon of milk, it's $2 more. Getting some bud from the dispensary, it's like $5 more. So I wanted to hear your reference of what was so expensive, and now I've gotten. Would you want to live here? What about the weather?
Weather is fucking terrible.
What?
My bad. It's fucking, dude. It's chilly every time we train.
It's 65 degrees
outside.
Now
it is. We've been here for what, 5 days, 4 days?
5 days, I think.
5 days, and this is the only day it's actually warm.
Well, you gotta. We call it here. Yeah. April showers brings May flowers.
Rarely. Yeah, it does. Rarely. It's rarely a good day out here. Yesterday when we trained outside, it looked good out there, but it didn't feel good out there.
Yeah, it was a little cold.
Yeah.
It was.
I was even asking you. I was complaining because I'm a warrior.
Yeah, you were not complaining.
I was gonna ask you, why the hell are we even training outside? Like,
because I wanted you to be in your natural habitat.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
Right? Because you don't train in the gym.
Yeah, but it's warm outside.
Well, that don't matter. It could be warm, cold, snowing, right? So you're only going to train outside when it's warm outside?
Yeah, listen. No harsh to Alex Pereira and what's his name, Jiri Paraska. But like training in like the fucking it's oral farming. That's all it is. That shit is it is oral farming to train in those environments. That shit doesn't do nothing for you. I did it. I trained out because like it was some manly shit. I was like, you know what? If Alex Pereira, I think Khabib did it once. They train in these extreme conditions where it's snowing and all that. I seen the videos. I bet, you know me, my mentality. I'm better than them. I can do the same shit. I ran out there. It was kind of cold outside. I ran out there for like 10 minutes, came back in, had a cold the next day, and it was pretty bad. And it was bad for like 5 days, and it went away. I was like, never again.
Maybe you have a weak immune system.
Hell no. It was gone. I only had it for 5 days. It was gone. I got a strong immune system, but training in the cold is just fucking stupid. Like, imagine I train in the cold, and then I'm sick. And you know me, I'm still going to fight anyway. So, yeah, I train in the cold is just oral farming. That's it. There's no benefit to it at all.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the MightyCast. And we are joined by the one and only Death Sentence. Thank you for coming out here and joining us in Washington State. You know, you talk about aura farming.
Yes.
Right? We talk about aura farming. You love Dragon Ball Z so much, right? Like, it's all about Vegeta. Vegeta is probably my favorite character as well in Dragon Ball Z, just because the Prince of Saiyan.
Gangster.
He's always a gangster.
Bows down to no one.
No one. But I feel like your ego is attached to.
It comes.
We were driving, and you basically recited every single thing that Vegeta said about Cell. Why is that? Why Vegeta not Goku? Why not Krillin? Why not Trunks? Why not
Krillin? You brought up Krillin?
Krillin's fucking legit, dog.
First of all, he's not a coward.
Okay,
that's the only compliment we can give him. He's not a coward.
Okay,
but his heart's not in the game. He gives up every 4 to 5 seconds. He's not like Piccolo, but he's like a lamer version of Piccolo where he only fight if he has to, and when he fight, he's scared. He'll fight anyway. He's not a coward. Yep. But you know, I wouldn't get hyped watching him.
But you're disrespecting a man who is one.
I'm not disrespecting him. He's not a coward. I give him that. He's a fighter.
But you got to remember, he is human.
He is.
He also solar flare. That's a banger. Solar flare. Then you also have Destructo Disc. That's the thing I feel like Dragon Ball Z got away from. At the very beginning, you had the special beam cannon. You had Goku, who had the Kamehameha. So did Krillin. You had the Destructo Disc. You had Solar Flare. You had the Gallic Gun. People would use more of their special moves. Oh yeah. Now nobody. We did see. You know, when we watched, I feel like the last thing that dropped from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that was technical. The tournament power was technical as
6 years ago. I feel like it was 6 years ago. Yeah. And then you had the Dragon Ball Super movie. Then we had Dragon Ball Z superheroes with Gohan going beast mode, and you had Orange Piccolo.
About time.
But back in the day, you would see so much more special moves from the characters.
Before we keep going, do you like? Say it right now. I think Super's better, but are you one of those fans that low key kind of like Z better?
I think Dragon Ball Z set the stage and gave everybody foundation to know who the identity of the characters.
Super Saiyans,
and then you have the Scouters,
the giant lasers. That's where it started for sure.
Yeah, and then you also had the Frieza saga, the Cell saga, the Majin Buu saga, and I felt there was like a lot of more context around the characters. Where I feel like Dragon Ball Super was kind of like the next level of where it would go.
Yeah, gods, all that stuff.
I do say this. I feel like Dragon Ball Super, the Zamasu, and the Future Trunks saga is probably the best saga out of all of them.
Out of all of them. So you like the favorite arc in Dragon Ball? This history is the Goku Black saga.
Yes.
Really?
Best saga.
Oh wow.
You want to know why?
Wow. I actually kind of like that saga too.
Yeah.
I can talk about that later though.
But the reason why I feel it's the best saga is when you look at all the sagas, you look at the Raditz saga, he has no reason to be evil. I mean, that's what Saiyans do. They come down to Earth.
Planets.
They conquer planets.
That's another thing why I kind of like them too, because they're like a better version of you watch Invincible.
I have watched Invincible. The Viltrumites, yes.
The Viltrumites are kind of like the Saiyans. I'm pretty sure they're based off of Saiyans. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They conquer planets, try to get the universe. I liked how the Saiyans did it better because I think the Voltron's powers are kind of cheap.
Yep.
But I always like that barbaric, awesome. It gave off awesome vibes, Broly. Because like Broly originally, evil Broly, OZ Broly, he was like what a Saiyan was like, kind of supposed to be a ruthless, heartless, killing machine. That's what I like. When it comes to aura, the Saiyans got it.
Yeah.
I love it.
But when you look at the Raditz Saga,
Yeah, the Raditz. Oh yeah.
he was designed. That was his brother to do that. You look at the Frieza
He
Saga.
was wasted for sure.
Frieza has no reason why he's evil. He just wants to be evil.
Conquered planets.
You look at Cell. Cell was designed to be
He was
evil
literally just
because he was created with all their DNA and all their moves. You look at Majin Buu.
literally the incarnation.
Yep, Majin Buu was evil, right? He was made evil. Then you go to Super Saga.
Super.
Frieza once again.
They bring back Frieza.
Bring back Frieza. He's just evil for no fucking reason.
Rematch.
You look at the Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power was there was no really,
it was kind of like a battle of survival kind of thing
to see who was the best universe.
Yes,
but when you look at
whoever didn't win got erased.
Exactly, but when you look at the Samasu Saga, the Goku Black, Samasu had a legit reason of why he was mad. Because Goku wasn't supposed to survive. No. Goku was supposed to die when Future Trunks came at the very beginning, gave him that pill to survive the heart disease. So he's the only true bad guy that has conviction of a god where he's like, you're not supposed to be here.
Not only that, but because he has a clear goal, like an actual goal, it made him more intimidating because in the manga, there's one thing I like about Goku Black a lot. I know he's not one of my favorite villains, but I like him. He's unique because he doesn't waste time. He tries to kill the good guys immediately the second he gets a chance. Frieza, Cell, they play too much all the time because they didn't really have motives, little kid. They just kind of destroy everything. But Goku Black, because he actually has a goal, he actually tries to kill Goku Vegeta immediately. Like the second he gets a chance to. So that made him very unique in that regard. And he looked cool as hell.
I feel like that's the best saga because he actually had conviction of why he was doing what he was doing.
Had a goal too.
And everybody else didn't. But when you look at you and your relationship with Vegeta, I feel like he is just...
I got to talk about that, before we get into my favorite, because I'm being honest with you, it's not just Dragon Ball, Vegeta's my favorite fictional character of all time, straight up. But who's your favorite Dragon Ball character?
It's Vegeta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you like Vegeta too?
I love Vegeta.
You get it?
Yeah, I think Vegeta is amazing. I think
you look like Vegeta better than... Bitch, every time I bring Vegeta up in the car, you kept saying why Goku's better than him. I remember you said it.
Well, we were talking about how Vegeta's... let me speak.
Go ahead.
Vegeta has a big mouth and he's very arrogant and he has a big ego. And then your brother Zab was like, he never get the job done though. He's always running his mouth. Where Goku is very well mannered. He always wants to fight.
Kind of like you.
Yeah, but I love Vegeta. Like when his love for Bulma. I don't know if did you watch Dragon Ball Daima?
Yes. I watched I'm waiting until it gets dubbed because I don't do sub anime, but I saw it how that meme where she does that to take a bath with him, and then Vegeta turns back. He's like, "All right, Goku, step in."
Yeah, I will say this: Vegeta is the biggest baller ever. He came to Earth broke, and he married a rich woman. There hasn't been one man who's done that before
in Dragon Ball.
I think in the whole world. I've never met a broke man who comes to Earth and marries a rich woman.
But cut that out. Cut that out. But we can talk about that later. We keep going. Yeah.
Go. Okay, continue about you talking about Vegeta.
But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So before I get to why I love Vegeta so much, and I remember the last time we did this because the podcast when we first kind of met on the phone. Yeah. You said my biggest weakness was like ego because I'm like Vegeta. Let me look in your face. Yeah. Was Vegeta. And then you pointed out why Goku was straight up better. And then I saw in an interview later where I saw you a couple years ago before I even became Descendants because I know about you. You said, who's your favorite fighter to like mimic? Or and you said Vegeta because you like style. And I'm like, mine the most likes Vegeta? You don't act like him at all. You don't talk trash. You don't showboat. You're not too cocky either. Like, and every time somebody says, "My name is you the best in the world," you'll always give like a humble ass answer. Humble ass answer, humble, modest, fucking Mike Tyson soft ass answer. I'm the greatest right now, but I'm not unbeatable. Anybody can beat me. Anybody can do it. you know, and I probably won't be the best for too long. You would say in a nice way that you're not the best, but you're the best at the same time. So I was very shocked when you said Vegeta because you don't take none. Clearly, my favorite character is Vegeta. I take a lot from him. I thought for sure you would be like Goku or Piccolo because, you know, personality-wise, you're more similar to Goku and Piccolo.
What's going on, boys? This episode of the MightyCast is sponsored by True Classic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I love wearing my True Classic. My wife actually loves it as well because it's extremely soft. Now, we even had death sentence looking fresh in the True Classic. And the thing I like about True Classic is that it's tailor-fit to my body. This is a medium. Typically, when I buy mediums in different type of clothing, it just hangs on me. It fits the biceps well. The neck is nice and, you know, tight to the neck. And then it's nice and flow right here as well. So if you guys want to upgrade your wardrobe before the summertime, go to trueclassic.com/mighty, and that's going to help you save on your order. And also, True Classic just doesn't have shirts. It has pants, it has underwear. You can mix and match everything, different colors, and have yourself looking fresh in the summertime with some brand new t-shirts. Go to trueclassic.com/mighty. That's going to help you save on your complete order. Shout out to True Classic for sponsoring this episode of the MightyCast. Now, let us get back to our guest, which is Death Sentence. But just because
all the peaceful characters in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but just because
I don't like drama either. Like, it's crazy.
But even, yes, Vegeta is my favorite character.
What do you like about him? I mean, not like about him. Answer me this. You said you mimic his style and you try to mimic his style.
Yeah.
What style of his do you mimic?
Well, here's the thing. So here's two things to answer your question. Okay. Yeah. The first thing is that just because he's my favorite character doesn't mean I have to carry his same
carry same energy.
Same energy or his same traits or his same characteristics. Yeah. One of the things that I love about Vegeta is that he's always training hard. He's always looking, he's always searching for the next battle. He's always searching for that next challenge. Yes. And that's something that in my career or even in life, I'm always searching for the next challenge, which is going to propel me, right? Goku does the same thing, but he goes a different way.
Your style.
My style where I'm living my best life.
Yeah, living your best life.
And I look for challenges, but I'm not like Vegeta, where Vegeta's popping off of the mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you look at Vegeta now in the Dragon Ball Super, he's still kind of cocky. But
Goku Black Saga I literally showed what he did against Jiren.
But
you know what he said to Jiren?
Yes, but that
was recently.
But that was a tournament where they're competing against each other. When he was fighting Goku Black, this was the first time he was like, I actually get to fight Goku and try to destroy you.
Exactly. That was cocky. That was ruthless.
But now he's in love. Now he's have a great relationship.
When it comes to Bulma, he will
he'll do anything.
Exactly. And we saw that. And he'll stop fighting. We know how much he loves it. Let's stop doing all that.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, that's like the thing we take from Vegeta, like his dedication to fighting, his love for his wife and family, how that comes first over everything,
and I think I like the character design, I like his backstory, I love how he's always trying his best and he never wavers from,
never gives up ever.
He never gives up, and when he knows he's never on Kakarot's level, but he always trains and strives to be on Kakarot's level.
At the very least, he won't give up on it.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I love Vegeta.
Be honest with you, before we continue, do you like Majin Vegeta?
I enjoy Majin Vegeta.
I fucking hate him.
I think.
Let me hear why you like him. That's why I hate him.
I think Majin Vegeta was the first time where you see his true intentions come out.
Yeah.
And he allowed himself to get taken by Majin Babidi just because he wanted to be able to reach that next level of Super Saiyan 2.
Exactly, but that betrayed who he was.
It did, but did it betray who he was?
Yes, because let me explain. Keep going why you like him. Now I'm gonna explain why I hate him.
Well, I just told you why, but
okay, I'm gonna explain. First of all, I want to compare him to like another transformation because this is a debate going on right now. Who's better, Majin or Ultra Ego?
Well, see, a lot of people don't know Ultra Ego. Ultra Ego because
they're taking too long. Man,
well, they haven't animated yet, right? Yes. And a lot of people who watch Dragon Ball Super Z, they
don't know about the purple hair stuff.
They don't know about Ultra. They don't know about Moro, which is the magician arc. The Moro arc. Then there's another arc. What's the guy with Granola arc, and then they have the final arc, which is the Black Frieza arc. And I think that's where we're gonna end it. So a lot of people don't know Ultra Ego Vegeta.
I was gonna ask you. if you're okay, because you kind of care about spoilers. I don't, because they're taking too fucking long.
Don't spoil it for me.
Okay. So you haven't even. So have you read the manga?
Nope.
Wow. So you're waiting.
I'm waiting.
Okay. You know what?
Because Dragon Ball Z was the first anime that got me into it, and I watch all the animation.
So you probably like saw a picture of him on Twitter. And then
I see Twitter. You see Twitter. You see him. That's his alter ego and all that stuff.
But you didn't want to learn. You wanted to wait till.
I'm gonna wait. I like
to see this. Did you at least find out how he got it?
Nope. I'm gonna wait.
You know, I won't spoil it for you. Get convicted.
Better not.
I think
we're gonna get in a fucking fight right now if you do.
I think 50 years from now they'll animate that shit. But if you want to wait,
I'm gonna wait.
I won't spoil it for you.
I'm gonna wait.
But I will tell you why I hate Mighty Vegeta. I don't like, and why I like Ultra Ego Vegeta way better, because it's kind of like the same thing really, where he gets his own shit, but it's done way better and doesn't portray who he is. But I don't like Mighty Vegeta because one. They say it in the data books. It's like, the data books on it.
Yeah.
I'm a real nerd. But they say in the data books that Majin increases his power.
Yep.
So basically it's steroids, if we're being real.
Okay.
He took steroids trying to fight Goku. When before that, tournament power. Goku's all right. Whis tells Vegeta, which is why Ultra Ego is so badass. He tells him, I won't tell how he got it, but Whis tells Vegeta in a manga on the build up to that purple form. If you want to beat Goku, you got to master this form. And Vegeta's like, fuck no. This is why I love him. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm not going to fall off the Kakarot. That's a Kakarot thing. I'm going to do my own thing. And that's what I prepare. I'm not going to tell you he got it, but that's one of his motivations to get that power. Because to match Goku's Ultra Instinct.
Okay.
So I hate Mighty Vegeta because one,
he succumbed
it's not his own thing.
Yeah.
It's not his own thing. He didn't work for it. He didn't train for it. His whole character has been, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm not gonna follow Kakarot.
And this is the first time in his whole.
And this is the first time in his whole where he wavers.
Yep.
He loses his. I don't even know why he brought it up. It's my pride. You don't got no damn pride. You just sacrificed. You took steroids to beat your greatest enemy. Let's say he beat Goku. He literally only won because he had to suck the dick of I'm being serious. He had to suck the balls of a little midget green man. Bobbity. That's his thing. He had to suck Bobbity's dick in order to beat Goku. Yeah. And I don't think I think that was a character assassination.
Hey, sometimes you got to suck a little dick to get it done.
Heck no. That was a character assassination. I don't think the real Vegeta, if Super Vegeta looked back on his Majin self, like if you brought Mighty Vegeta, and Super Vegeta met him, he would kill that dude.
You think he would be
disgusted?
You think he would be upset that he had to suck a little dick to get ahead in life?
To get it.
There's a lot of people out there who do that.
Oh my god!
Not just in anime, but in real life.
Oh my.
Seattle on Aurora Street.
The worst.
There's a lot of people sucking a little dick out there to get ahead in life.
God.
So just cause your a fictional character did it. You can't be mad at him.
Art imitates life.
Okay, let's switch gears. Okay, let's talk about your journey.
Yes.
Your journey of competing in mixed martial arts. Obviously, you do all your fighting in Street Beefs.
Yes.
Right?
So I'm going to stay.
Talk to me about what Street Beef has done for you and what do you love about the organization so much. I love Street Beefs, what they do when it first started. We've had Scarface on the MightyCast.
Yeah, I saw that was awesome.
How it's like, hey, dude, we started by you have a beef, you have a beef. Let's put the guns down, let's put the knives down, and let's settle this.
Manly shit.
Let's settle it the old school way. Talk to me about like what do you love about that organization so much? I
love Street Beefs. First of all, shout out to Scarface. He's awesome. Shout out to Steve. He runs Street Beefs Scrapyard. He's awesome as well. And I like about Street Beefs because one, I'm still thinking about doing, as long as I can still find Street Beefs, I'll go ahead and go pro because my brother been telling me that. But in that time, my mom been telling me, you don't really need Street Beefs no more because, I got a little famous, I guess, and you can fight anywhere now. And she's actually been trying to get me to fight in other organizations. But I'm like, I don't want to, because one, I feel like if I find Street Beefs, it's easier for my fans to see it, because they would probably have to pay at that point to see me fight. And I know that's kind of a lot of money, but, just make it easier for them because, it's on YouTube. You can just watch it, man, and it'll get a lot more views anyway. And then, I like when you react to my videos. So
here's
that's one of the reasons I want to stay in Street Beefs. So one, I'm not ready to give up this suit.
Okay.
I'm not ready to give up. Keep going.
Here's a question. I have two questions. One, how did you discover fighting on Street Beef?
Oh yeah.
Like how did that connection get made?
How did I get in there basically?
Essentially, yeah.
So I remember I had this conversation with my brother. It was like a couple of, I say maybe 3 months before before I joined Streetbeefs. I was in my UFC era phase where it was when I was really getting into the UFC for real. And I was watching old school. This is when I found out about Tank Abbott. I love that dude to death. I found out about Tank Abbott. I started really getting into Streetbeefs, and I was just like, man. I mean, not Streetbeefs, my bad. UFC.
UFC, yes, sir.
And I was like, man, I want to do this so bad. I already told you how I was always a warrior too. You know about that. I always wanted to be a warrior. I always wanted to fight, and I would kill to do this. And I also started watching Streetbeefs at this time. I always knew about it, but I started watching it more because I was really getting into fighting, like, you know, the martial arts side of it. And I was like, man, this looks fun. I kind of want to do it low key. I just don't know how to. And then, you know, me and my brother had that conversation like 2 months before I actually joined Streetbeefs. Bro, if I could ever become a UFC fighter, I call myself death sentence. I told you about that in the MightyCast. And then I think about like day 2, closer when 3 months went by, a day before, I was like, you know what? I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know the rules, but I'm finna go ahead and join Streetbeefs. There's only one way you can find out. If you want to, you don't know how the burger tastes, you gotta taste it. So I decided, all right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do this, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. I told my mom. I found out it was 6 hours away. I had money at the time, so I had to drive the pizza job.
I remember that. You were protecting the pizza spot. I remember that.
Pizza spot. This is when I was working at the pizza spot, and I was like, I can make a lot of money. So I told my mom, because I made $300 every week. Mom, I was planning to give my mom $600, but you know she's a sweetheart. She only took $300. I was like, Mom, you can have all my money. I don't care about it. Take me here. I will pay. You can have all my checks from now on. Just please take me to this spot. But my mom's nice. You know, she's, shout out, man, my mom, bro. She's awesome. But she was like, nah, just give me $300 for gas money. And I'll take you down there, even though it was 6 hours. Because my mom, when she was kind of little, she was into singing. And nobody really
catered to her interests.
So she didn't want it to happen to me. So he was like, all right, nobody was there for me when I had my interest. So I was like, I'm going to be there for you. And so she decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take you to Streetbeefs, and we're going to see if you like it or not. And since fighting is my passion, my whole family knows that. Fighting is my passion since I was little. So she took me to Streetbeefs, and then from my first fight over to my fourth, I loved every single minute of it.
Wow.
And the main selling point is I get to wear this shit.
What's going on, guys? This episode on the MightyCast is sponsored by Hexclad. Now, Hexclad is a top premium brand of cookware. Now, guys, I use this every single day. So does my wife when we're cooking our eggs in oil, when we're cooking our chicken. Here she is cooking some ground beef. I just got home from the gym. She's trying to cook it up nice and fresh. And the one thing that we love about the Hexclad is that it is easy cleanup. It cooks the meat evenly. That way there's not one side of the meat that's overcooked and one side of it that's had undercooked. And look how easy it is to clean up. Non-stick, absolutely love it. And these things are a lifetime warranty. These will literally be the last pots and pans that you'll ever have to buy. Upgrade your cookware. Go to hexclad.com/mighty. Shout out to Hexclad for sponsoring episode of MightyCast. Now, let us get back to our guest. What's going on, guys? This episode of the MightyCast is sponsored by VIIA Hemp. Now, VIIA Hemp is a high premium hemp company that have many products from CBD gummies and even CBD gummies with THC, and it even has flour. Now, if you're trying to enjoy a good night, you want to have a good laughter watching a movie with the kids, sometimes I like to pop one of these bad boys and just have an elevated experience when I'm watching the movie. And if you guys want to see if VIIA Hemp is something that you might be interested in, check the link in the description below or go to VIIAHemp.com/mighty, and that's going to help you save on your complete order. And like I said, they have different products. We have the Flow State here, which has 20 milligrams of CBD, 60 milligrams of CBG, B12, alpha, GPC, and lion's mane, which this one doesn't have any THC, so there's no psychedelic, effect going on there. So once again, go to VIIAHemp.com/mighty. It's going to help you save on your complete order. Shout out to VIIA Hemp for sponsoring this episode of the MightyCast. Now, hope you enjoy the talk with this guest. So when did you first get exposed? Did you see it on YouTube? Did you see it on
YouTube.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Then you reached out to Scarface, say, hey, I'd like to come down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's interesting because I feel like Street Beef came to a point where at the beginning it was always about beef to beef.
Yeah. And then it turned into a fight club.
Then it turned to now it's like, I don't want to say a fight club, but now it's turned into a point where, hey, let's fight this guy, this guy. Yeah. Now, my second question is that you have your arch enemies.
My arch nemesis, yes.
Your arch nemesis. Tell me, who are these arch nemesis and why are they your arch nemesis?
All right, so the first, I'm going to talk about the least personal to the most personal. My first arch nemesis is probably death penalty. I'm going to say it right now because he's probably going to use this against me. Being death penalty, we started beefing. He called me out. You saw the video?
I saw the video, yep.
But I was supposed to fight him like 3 times, like 6 months ago, last year.
Yep.
First time was gonna be the West Coast. I can't remember the third time, but the first time, West Coast invasion. They were doing this thing where have you heard of Streetbeefs West Coast? This is last Street Beefs.
Yeah.
Streetbeefs West Coast. It was gonna be Streetbeefs versus it was us versus them, basically, like a crossover, like DC versus Marvel, that type of shit.
Yep.
I was invited to go there. My ticket, it was supposed to be paid for. But somebody was supposed to pay my ticket. I told death penalty. I looked him in his face because I ain't fake. I'm not like all these other fake people that's gonna, shake your hand and act like they like you when they really don't.
Yep.
No, I'm real. If I don't like you, I'm gonna say it. I block anybody I don't like straight up.
Yep.
I don't even talk or argue. I just block them. That's it.
Yep.
And I blocked them after this too. But I blocked them at first and I unblocked them to tell them about it. But anyway, death penalty. I told him death penalty. I hate your guts. I kept it real with him. We enemies. That video you did was very corny. I'm going to beat your fucking ass for that. Because death penalty actually offered to pay my ticket. And I'm like, don't fucking do that. I hate you. It wouldn't feel right. You're my op, my enemy.
But wouldn't it feel better if he paid for your ticket?
And I beat his ass.
Then he was like, hey, I just beat your ass on your own money.
Yo, maybe that would have been a sick burn, but I guess I didn't think about it like that.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I told him, don't pay for my ticket, bro. We're enemies. I keep it real. All my ops, you want to know, distance, why are you savage? Why are you a ruthless, cold-blooded killer? I talk trash because I want my opponent to know. It's like I got an honor code. I let my enemy know what they're getting themselves into. And say there'll be no friendly fight. I'm going to try and take your life. So are you prepared for that? And if they say yes, whatever happens next is on them. But yeah, I warned that penalty. What kind of fight this is going to be? And I told him, bro, you might die if they'll pull me off you. So are you sure you want this? And he said, yes. All right. It's your fucking funeral, man. But anyway, I told him, don't pay for my ticket because I hate your guts. This motherfucker decides to do it anyway, even after I told him. I specifically said, do not do it. Not you. Let somebody else do it. But no, he does it. And then the worst thing about it is, this motherfucker, I live in Charlotte. He puts Charleston instead. So he fucks up my whole opportunity. Maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. But he fucks up my whole opportunity to go because I really wanted to fight there. Like, it was awesome. My homie, Simone Beast, was coming. Wing C. These are my homies. I love these guys. Mike. I don't know if he took the time. You need to react to that fight, by the way. He fought Sensation. You know Sensation?
I know who Sensation is.
He took his belt. No for Sensation. I'm cool with Sensation too.
Okay.
Me and Sensation used to have beef, and I can tell you about that too. But anyway, he paid for my ticket. He pushed Charleston instead. Fucks the whole thing up. Wastes his own money. After I told him not to do it, it was stupid, and it proved to be stupid, and he got it wrong. So he fucks up my opportunity to go over there. So I hated him off that. And then he's talking about. He didn't say pay me back. Somebody else. I was a part of a whole fucking group chat of fucking weirdos. Shinigami. I hate a lot of people. Shinigami. Crazy Legs. I don't know if you see. I post all of this on my Instagram. Shinigami. Crazy Legs. Fuck those two. They were in the group chat. They said, you should pay him back. He paid for your ticket. First off, I didn't tell his dumb ass to do that. I told him not to do it.
Yeah.
Do not do it. Now you tell me I got to pay. I'll tell my mom, you know what? We might pay him back because first I was fucking stupid, but I'll pay him back anyway. I never paid him back because I lost my job at that point. But I still plan to pay him back before we fight. And I'm gonna beat his ass afterwards because I don't have to. I'll tell you like this: I don't gotta pay you back at all. You deserve that, you fucking punk. But I'm gonna pay you back, give you back your money, and then beat your ass. I'm gonna stand over your body and middle finger your dumbass like this. Fucking dumbass, bro. It's so fucking stupid. But yeah, that's where my beef started with death penalty. He's just a fucking idiot, a weirdo, and I'm gonna beat his fucking ass. So that's the least personal. No, I know it's crazy, but that's actually the least personal. Second personal, White Wolf. You already know the story between me and him. Me and him had beef before our fight. Before the fight, we were talking trash on the internet.
Did you not like his howl?
No, he just came at me, bro. He's like, hey, I take it again. When somebody thinks they can, again, I'm Vegeta. Yep. If somebody said to Vegeta, I think I will beat your ass. It don't matter how nice they say it. Here's what I was just gonna. If it's Cell Saga, they're dying right there.
Yep.
Super Vegeta. We also did the Broly. When Broly attacked him, Vegeta in the Super movie. You know, Broly wasn't too much of a bad guy, but Vegeta didn't give a fuck. He was gonna kill him, and Kakarot stopped him from murdering that dude. Vegeta doesn't care. If you think he's an ego. Yep. If you think you can beat him, he's either gonna kill you or beat you up real bad.
And I think for you,
unless Goku stops him.
Yeah, and I think for you,
that's me. He said, "I think I can beat you."
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna beat your ass off that. That's how it started. It's not deep at all. It's not deep. He said it's kind of like it's typical man shit. Yeah. You think you can beat me? Fuck, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's as deep as it gets. That's the least personal. And you're gonna say something. Now, you can say
no. I was gonna say that's how Vegeta is. That's where you are. It's like if somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I think I can beat you."
Heck no.
You take it as a sign of disrespect that you're disrespecting the lack of skill that I have, essentially.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So now you're different. You're a GOAT. You're one of the best fighters ever. Somebody they actually have done it, but you know you don't have an ego like me. But you're like Goku. You're like Goku. You're Piccolo. Goku would take the fight, but he wouldn't be too disrespectful about it. Piccolo probably wouldn't give a shit.
He probably just aura farm the whole time.
Yeah, he probably just aura farm. He
was like this.
And just fly away. He probably wouldn't even take it.
Yeah.
Naruto, I think Sasuke nowadays would probably do it. You know, all that. Basically, everybody probably wouldn't take it but Vegeta.
Okay. Now let's go to the next person.
Now Static. This is the most I hate.
Is this the final boss?
The final boss. Okay. Static. He's the most personal. This is my most personal fight. I've never hated somebody. Well, actually.
Well, why do you hate him?
I've hated. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, we used to be cool. Oh. We used to be cool. All these other beats, I've been hated them. We've been enemies. But me and him, we actually used to be cool, bro. Now, maybe he wouldn't say we were friends back then, but I would. And a lot of people say, oh, but that's ridiculous, bro. You haven't known him for that long, but that's just who I am, bro. Like, if I meet you once and then we're cool for a couple months, you're my friend, essentially. That's just who I am. You know, I make friends real quick. I got a lot of friends. Because I'm a Naruto type. You know, Naruto got a fuck ton of friends. Yeah. That's, you know, anime logic. You meet them one day. And that's
your best friends.
Yep, that's me.
You're going to invite him to your wedding.
Yep, best friend. Exactly. It may be stupid, but that's just who I am, right? Yep. So, we had beef the first fight. I'm not gonna lie. I death stared him the whole time. I did this to him. Like we shook hands and I squeezed out, I brought him close and I said, you're gonna fucking die. I said that to him. So we had beef the first time. We fought. And the reason why I respected him initially is because I got an honor code. Now I kind of broke this with White Wolf because I was just so fucking mad. I saw red. I didn't feel anything but rage. You can ask everybody. I was kind of being mad. I just told everybody to leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I just need an hour to chill. Yep. But
that was after he kicked you in the penis.
Yes. After he kicked me, he kicked me in the butt. He gave me the worst injury. Kicked me in the fucking ball. Kicked me in the dick. You know, I had to make sure it still worked. But anyway, I had to make sure it worked. But anyway,
how'd you do that? How'd you make sure your dick still worked after he kicked you in it?
Am I allowed to say this on camera?
Absolutely.
I had to let's just say I can still have kids.
Okay.
I can still have kids.
Okay.
Yeah. I can still, if you know what I mean. And I had to make sure.
Let me try to run. Okay, continue.
I had to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can still have kids. It came out good. So I realized. I'm sorry. I don't want to get too much detail. Okay. But it still works. Anyway.
I'm happy to hear that.
It still works.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can still get active and use it. But anyway. I can still use, but anyway.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway,
The final boss.
Yeah, the final boss Static. Yeah, we'll get into that. So after that, I'll say it right now. I know I'm this invincible, almighty, confident, prideful guy. But after 3 of my, I don't cry no more. But after 3 of my fights, I did kind of cry afterward. So I cried. I'm in the bathroom crying. My brother's family comforting me. Static comes in. This is the first time anyone done this. Every time I cry, my opponents just tell me to fuck off. Even I didn't cry when the King of White Wolf, but Static comes to me. He walks up. And he gives words of encouragement. Hey, bro, I've been there. He even degraded. I don't want to say degraded, but like he said, hey, bro, you're the people. Because believe it or not, according to people, I didn't hear it myself or in the video, but according to my brother, everybody there, they started booing him when he won. They actually started booing him when he won, when he beat me. So he called me like I'm like the people's champ. And I never thought of, this is kind of before, this is when I had like maybe 10,000 followers. So I didn't think I would get that many later. But yeah, so I didn't think I was that popular low key. But they said, I'm the people's champ. All this fake ass bullshit. You're the people's champ, bro. These people love you. They're not here for me. They're here for you. You know, you got a lot of people. He was just saying, you know.
He was giving me some words of encouragement.
Words of encouragement. Just saying friendly shit. And because of that, and then we took a photo. I got a photo with him where we're cool. We're shaking hands. I don't know if you saw it. I posted it. Me and him are holding hands like this. He says, I said it too. Hey, bro, we're friends now. We got to be brothers in this war to be the best, right? So after that, I started encouraging him. After that, every time, because he has a losing record too, but I never made fun of him for it because I'm kind of in the same boat. So he so many times he was thinking about quitting MMA, quitting our gym. I said, nah, bro, don't give up. You got a lot of heart. I would do those things, but no mistake. But he's done things that I haven't done yet. I would do it, but I haven't done it yet. Well, I guess I have now. You know, I sparred with you. You're like the best ever. But he fought some of the best fighters on Streetbeefs. Lost to all of them. But the fact that he fought them all, you got to respect that.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, even though I hate him to death. We're enemies, bro. But I'll always give a man his props. Static is a warrior. I will always give that to you as the heart of a warrior. He's lost a lot of times, but he's still fighting. I'll say that right now. He is a warrior that I'm going to destroy. But he is a warrior, and I will give him that. But he's still my enemy, though. But I'll give him his props. It's not respect. I'm just putting out facts. So I'll give him his props. But anyway, I was being nice to him. I commented all those posts. I sent them text messages. We had live. The ironic thing is, I would do these lives where I just talk to fans. And I had my friend called the manager. He was a friend I had. He's kind of an asshole low-key, but he's awesome. And he would always talk shit, and everybody hated him. And Static hated him. He said, yo, ironic, Devson, you should get better friends, bro. He's going to stab you in the back one day. Static said that. So from my point of view, I thought this man was cool. I thought he was my friend. Look, you know, I'm an anime guy. You know how anime people are. I thought he was my friend. So I supported him. And then now, to be fair, though, he was kind of showing fake energy. I noticed the fake, but I kind of ignored it, though. The fake energy, the first time he showed fake energy, but I excused it, was White Wolf battle. And I don't know if you saw, but in the background, Static is low-key cheering for White Wolf against me. Now, I didn't take it too personally because maybe they're brothers for all I fucking know. Maybe that's his best friend, you know, but still, I can't help but take offense to it, you know? So he's cheering for White Wolf. He's telling White Wolf how to beat me, all this. She's literally saying, yo, grab his legs, grab his arm, get the choke in, all that shit. So I couldn't help but take offense to it. But, you know, maybe this is his brother. Maybe this is his friend. I can't get mad at him. I was still mad, but I didn't show him that. I just ignored it.
Well, I think, you know, with these arch enemies you had, I think that was...
And he betrayed me.
That was the only way I can get you to be more aggressive when we were training.
I know.
Like when we were training, I was like, I bet you Static wouldn't have gave it like that.
Oh, man.
I bet you White Wolf would have lasted longer than that.
Oh, making me mad right now.
Look, you're making me mad right now. I can see the energy coming through.
Oh, shit.
Now, let's talk about us training together.
Yes.
You know, with us training together, did you ever think this was going to happen?
No. Well,
I'm sure a lot of people say a lot of things like, hey, you know, because how this all started, the first MightyCast, the producer, Michael, was like, hey, I think it would be cool if, you know, if this MightyCast gets over 250,000 views, we'll fly you out, personally train you.
Yeah.
And when the MightyCast dropped, it was like one of the most viewed. You've been one of the most viewed.
I know.
MightyCast, and one of the most,
top requested. Train Mighty Mouse.
Top
It's
requested,
everywhere.
right? When I called
Train
you,
Deficit, my bad.
when I reached out to you, were you shocked? I was like, hey, we're going to train together.
I didn't doubt it would happen, but I more so it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And I had this argument with my mom because I remember I texted you, I think it was like 2 months before. I was like, hey, my schedule's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still gonna train? When you said yes, that was a surprise. He's like,
Yep.
yeah, we could try April 1st, and then you gave him the details and all that. You started setting it up.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna lie to you though. When I made that message, me and my mom, my brother, we were kind of arguing a little bit because it's about Static. Ironically, I wanted to fight Static in March. Yeah, I told you guys about this. I told my boy Nick and Michael. I wanted to fight Static in March because it was personal. I wanted to beat this guy's ass. So I'm like, bro, we're going to March, bro. And it's like, no, bro, you need some training. You need to wait until because they were telling me, that's why I haven't fought in a while. They said, wait until Mighty Mouse trains you and then you can fight. I'm like, bro, he's not. Because to be honest with you, I said this. He's not going to train me. Not anytime soon.
Yep.
I didn't, no offense, but I was like, I'm not going to pause my career for something he might do. You know what I'm saying?
I respect
we don't even know if he's going to do it.
I respect that.
I didn't know you were going to do it. I didn't think you were serious.
Yeah.
Well, at least I didn't think it would be any time. I thought it was going to be like maybe a year from now. So they're saying, wait till Mighty Mouse trains you, then you can fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sounds good. We don't know when he's going to do it. I didn't want to bother you. I'm like, bro, please train me, please. I didn't want to sound like a pity case. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I need it. I'm not going to lie, but you know me, the Vegeta pride thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
I was like, I don't want to sound like a pity case. I'm not going to beg him to train me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he will train me. And to be honest with you, I was kind of doubting coming here because I'm like, bro, I feel like now you proved me wrong. We learned a lot, and you you put me through hell.
Yeah.
But when you said that I'm gonna train you down here and stay here for 5 days, they're gonna go back. I was like, Mom, can I fight Static first? Because even when you said yes, I'm like, I really want to fight Static first. Get this out the way. And I was like, no, you might get injured. You might get injured. I'm not gonna get injured, but you might get injured. Something could happen, and then you'll have to wait even longer to be trained by Mighty Mouse. And I'm like, you know how cocky I am. I was like, I can do this, bro. And I'm like, I just felt like we were gonna make. Well, obviously we did make content, but I felt like it was gonna be more of like we wouldn't really do much. You would just be making content, doing fun stuff, and we did. And you put me through hell, bro. And thank you for that. Thank you.
So I want to make sure I understand this.
Yeah.
So you didn't think this was truly going to happen.
I didn't think it was gonna happen
this soon. And then you thought that when I was going to bring you out here, we weren't
do
going to
much.
train. It was like,
Well,
hey.
we would train, maybe do a couple of workouts, but I didn't think it would be, we would go this hard.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, what are we going to do in 5 days? And holy shit, we did a lot.
Yeah. Well, that was, like I said before, that was always my goal. Like, if I was to bring you out
You were
here,
serious.
I wasn't going to waste my time, and I was definitely not going to waste your time, because I think I speak for everybody on the MightyCast crew is that we're always rooting for you. We want the best for you, and we wanted to give you the best simulation of what it's like. Now that you've gone to a gym and actually trained, and you actually got some legit sparring, how is your viewpoint about when you go back home?
Oh, it's changed.
Are you gonna I need to get with the gym? Hey Zal, let's get together.
Yes.
That's what you plan on doing now.
Of course. All right. So here are the goals now. Here's my plans, my mission next. All right. So next mission, go home, train jiu-jitsu, and I'm slowly starting to realize that if I'm gonna, I might and I might not. About my striking, I'm slowly starting to realize. Here's my original plan that I was gonna take from this. Maybe because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to incorporate my Batman training. You know what I used to do.
The Batman, yes. We'll talk about the superheroes next. That's my next conversation.
No, like what I mean is, I would grapple, right, and then striking used to be me, my own, because I'm just so used to fighting like this. It's like Devontae Wilder. No offense to him, but Devontae Wilder later in his career, it's hard to break habits. Like he would just swing and he won his fights that way. I'm not gonna say he wasn't skillless, but compared to Tyson Fury showed us, unfortunately he's my go-to, but Tyson Fury showed us why Devontae Wilder lacked, and Devontae Wilder couldn't change it about himself. It was too late at that point. That's why he didn't. He's my favorite, but that's why he has one of the saddest downfalls of all time, because he thought he was a god, and then Tyson Fury shut that down. He took my boy's soul, and then He tried to change, but he just couldn't. He was fighting away for so long. So that's kind of where I'm at right now because I see this is more effective, but I've just been fighting, the Batman style for so long. And I'm like, okay, I might just have to throw that away.
I think the reason why your Batman style hasn't got to the level of Bruce Wayne or Batman himself is because you haven't been trained by Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Right? And that's probably what you're missing. Right. And you have the wrong suit on. We talked about this in the very first MightyCast where, you like Batman, but you have no cape. Everybody knows your identity. You're running around telling everybody. We go to fucking Jersey Mike's and you're like, the guy's like, oh man, Demetrious Johnson, watch you growing up. And you're like, can I ask you a question? And he was like, yeah, what's up, man? You're like, do you know who I am? He goes, man, I can't say that I don't. He goes, oh, fuck. And I was like, hey, I was like, hey, man, it's okay. You can't be Mr. Worldwide. But, man, you're trying to be known who you are. Exactly. Bruce Wayne don't want everybody to know he's Batman. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm like Batman and Vegeta at the same time, though,
Okay.
The thing is, Batman's skills and ninja gear.
Okay.
And then Vegeta's pride, basically.
Let's talk about the superhero.
Yes.
There was a lot of conversations we had when we first picked you up.
We did.
Okay. You said Daredevil was broke.
I did say
and
that.
You said that his broke ass isn't a superhero.
I did say that. He was a superhero. My point was, because we were talking about how I wanted to be Batman at first.
Exactly.
My brother was doubting that, goal, but I'm like, because I don't got the money. That's the main argument.
Exactly.
I don't got the money, but I brought up Daredevil.
Okay,
Daredevil doesn't have any money. And he's basically Batman. Let's be real. He's Batman. Teenage Mutant Turtles. Zero money. They don't have jobs. They don't even have jobs. But they're Batman.
But you were saying that Daredevil wasn't a real superhero because all he does is he had them sticks and you go, I can do that.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I said
He just said he was the most broke.
Yeah, I said I just said that.
He's not buying gadgets and stuff.
He doesn't know. He doesn't do smoke bombs. Sure, no long range abilities at all. Just a staff. That is it. That's it. I could do that.
And you also said he can't. You say he ain't got a car.
Okay. I fucked up. I was fucked up for that. I kind of forgot he was blind in that conversation because he barely shows it.
I think that's a big thing about Daredevil. Yeah, he's blind. That's why he's actually cool. Because if there was a regular man who can see could do that shit, we wouldn't bat an eye. Yeah, but the fact that he's blind, he can do
Perfect identity. I don't think he's ever had identity problems.
And what makes you think he's broke?
Okay, so. My brother talked about this too. Lawyers do make a lot of money, but the reason I thought he was broke is because all he wears is a suit all day. He lives in the most basic apartment I've ever seen. It looks like it came from the hood. He literally lives in the hood, I think. He lives in the hood. He lives in the hood. It's a small ass. You watch the show. It's a small ass house. It's 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. I don't know.
Just him and
I got more money than that. I live in a I'm just saying.
Go on.
Yeah, I live in a 4 bedroom house.
Yeah.
And he only has 2 bedroom. I'm not a superhero, and I'm living better than him. And I'm not gonna mention cars. That was my bad. But his drip, he only wears a tuxedo suit, glasses. That's it. He doesn't pull any girls.
He's banging that hot chick, the therapist. What are you talking about? And he also had sex with She-Hulk.
Oh, I didn't watch the show. Did he actually fuck? He actually banged She-Hulk.
He banged She-Hulk, and he left the house, and he was like, "That's probably the best green pussy I ever had in my life."
Why didn't he stick with her?
I think it was a one-night thing. To be honest with you,
it was a one-night thing.
That pussy might be too super Hulk.
I would never give that up personally. But anyway, I'm just saying, person. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah.
So he's banging two. He's banging superhero and he's banging a therapist right now.
Okay. I'll give him that. He broke the got drip. I mean, got game. I'll say that.
Vegeta, he came to Earth broke, and he got the richest bitch in the whole series.
I know somebody personally did that, but we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, you're right. But my argument was I wasn't throwing shade on Daredevil. I was just saying if he could be Batman, fucking anyone can. Think about it, because first of all, his weapons too. That's the main thing. What about the gear he has? He has a bullet. I mean, it's not really bulletproof. He has like a bulletproof vest on, I guess. Pretty sure I could buy that. And then a staff. That is it. That's all he uses. The Ninja Turtles, they're a better example. No money at all. no jobs, no money. I think they stole half the stuff. Really, they stole half the stuff. So like a YN from Chicago, basically, he could do that. He could do that. He robs the bank, He steals swords, gadgets.
Who's robbing the bank?
No, I'm just making an example. Teenage Ninja Turtles. I think they dead ass stole the shit. But I think that's in the lore.
I think
they actually stole it.
I think
to fight crime.
I think their size, the nunchucks, the sword,
they
the
stole
staff.
all that.
I think Master Splinter gave it to them.
And what do you think he got it from? He stole it, bro. Watch the movie.
I've seen the motherfucking movie.
No, not like the old, because like old, they don't really give explanations. More movies try to be more realistic and modern. Master Splinter.
Have you seen the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I didn't remember it.
Hang on. The original.
I'm talking about the Nickelodeon modern CGI movie.
Yeah, no. You have to watch the original where Master Splinter.
How did he get his shit?
Well, he gave it to him, and
but where did he get it from?
Master Splinter got it from his master, where he used to learn from, and his master was Master Shredder, and he gave Shredder that scar, but he studied the arts of karate under Shredder.
That makes sense,
and that's where he got those.
They're still broke though. Technically, they're still broke. So he had a hand-me-down.
Okay.
He had a hand-me-down. Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't blame that because they look like hideous freaks, but they can't really.
They're fucking turtles.
They're fucking turtles, so they can't really go out in public. I mean, they really can though.
So if they went to the bank and asked for a loan, what do you think they'll say?
Yeah, it's true. That they would. Well, fuck. That's like Hulk going to the bank and ask for a loan.
I mean, well, Hulk can go green and he go to a human.
Yeah, you're right. It can't count. I'm pretty sure there is a superhero out there that looks like
a turtle.
The Thing. What about the Thing?
Well, the thing is a little bit different because he was an astronaut, and then he got that
but he looks like a human
disfiguration. And I believe since he was an astronaut, he already had a nice house, an apartment,
Martian Manhunter,
and I believe he had a wife. I could be wrong. He goes up to space, comes back, he looks ugly as fuck,
and he's stuck like that forever.
He's stuck like that forever. So I think you can't compare Thing to the turtles.
So Martian Manhunter, you got no excuse for him. He can go out in public straight up.
Yes.
And they will respect him. All they gotta do is save the city once, and then the city's loyal to them, and bam. Which has happened before sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, but close this out. My only argument was if Daredevil, the two Ninja Turtles, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of broke heroes too that don't have powers at all.
I think a lot of heroes
Batman.
I think a lot of heroes are broke. I mean,
but the thing
Superman's
is they got
broke.
Superpowers, though,
Superman's broke.
Yeah.
Who else is fucking
Spider-Man.
broke? Spider-Man's broke. He's a kid. You know who is he's broke. There's a lot of superheroes broke. I mean, that's one of the things we always talk about is like, you know, even Captain America's broke.
Yep.
I mean, they save the world. They don't get fucking paid.
No, they don't.
I bet you, you know, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Iron Man pays them.
Iron Man doesn't pay him.
In the Avengers, he pays them.
The only superhero we've seen who's made a very kind gesture is Batman when he bought the bank for Superman because his mom was going to default. That's out of all superhero movies we've ever seen.
Batman pays for everything, the satellite, all that stuff.
He pays for everything.
Yeah.
So
Iron Man? Iron Man pays the Avengers. He does.
I don't think he gives them a salary.
You gotta watch the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero show.
Oh.
He pays them.
So he gives them a W-2.
Sometimes. Avengers, Age of Ultron. He literally said, I pay for the gear, the weapons, the suit, all that. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to look into that.
Yeah.
Look at that. I just wanted to get context of this whole broke superhero thing.
Yeah. I'm not even demeaning them. It sounds impressive that they can fight crime while being broke. You know? It is. The main thing, I'm being, you know, giving them compliments.
Yeah.
You're you know, it's like a broke you look at a broke dude. I'm sorry. A broke dude. And you're like, how is he getting by in life? I know somebody like that. I'm not gonna bring him up, but he's broke as hell.
Yeah.
But he's going to clubs, parties. I don't know where he's getting his money from, but it's impressive, you know.
I see. Let's talk about the UFC. Not the UFC. Let's talk about the landscape of mixed martial arts.
Yes.
Okay, like how do you feel right now mixed martial arts is right now? Like, what's your viewpoint? Because I felt like the first time we talked, you got some very, very good insight, right? You're like John Jones fighting
Tom
Aspinall, like him fighting Alex VIIA. You're like, that's not going to submit your legacy. What's your standpoint on the landscape of mixed martial arts right now?
So like UFC in general, or
just in general of everything? Like, how do you feel about it? Because last time we talked with Spot, I think it was like maybe 9 months ago, a year ago. A lot's happened since then. Where's your heart at right now when you look at the landscape of mixed martial arts?
Okay. Well, I'm mainly thinking about UFC. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. UFC. The only landscape martial arts that I'm thinking about right now is John Jones and Tom. Basically, those two need to fight already. It's about that time. John Jones is sandbagging the fuck. I got a lot of things on boxing though.
Yeah, how do you feel about boxing right now?
Boxing, Jake. Hey, if Canelo wants to fight me after this, we could run it. But Canelo, I'm not scared. I ain't scared of him. But I think Canelo's kind of being Clarissa Shields agree with me. I love her to death, bro. Clarissa Shields, you see this? Hello, bro. Look, we gotta meet. But your man is really looking to have you. But Clarissa Shields, she is all that cake. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, it's your opportunity. Spit.
Yeah, fuck it.
Spit that game. You're gonna shoot your shot.
Oh my god.
Shoot your shot.
I just want to say, Clarissa Shields, your man, again, dude, you're very lucky to have her. She's a beautiful woman. If I was you, I feel lucky as hell. That's a lot of cake to handle. I wish it was mine, but it's not.
Could you handle it? Do you think you can handle that?
Of course. Well, I'm going to say, okay, no homo, but, people always joke about the cup. The real thing's bigger. But anyway, my bad. Yeah, so, yeah, Clarissa Shields, I love you. And if, you and man ever break up, yeah, you know where I am. But, yeah, that's it. Clarissa Shields, I love you. You're awesome. All right, anyway, back to it. I agree with Clarissa Shields, though. Canelo was kind of being pussy right now. I think he's being pussy. I have to say that.
How so? Like, what's going on?
Because he's not fighting Drake.
Okay. So right now, I think Canelo is in his...
He's fighting Terrence Crawford right now.
And Terrence Crawford, can we both agree on that? Terrence Crawford's way better than Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So then why is he being pussy when he's fighting the stronger opposition?
Because why the fuck... Okay, first off, that's a good point. He's fighting a stronger opposition, but it's like, why not fight Jake? I understand, but Canelo, you saw the joke he did. His mastermate, I don't know if you saw the video, but one of Canelo's friends said he'll fight Canelo in 50 years when Canelo's old. Now he's making that joke thing out.
Yeah. Because that's typically what Jake Paul does. He fights older, retired athletes, and they're saying that Jake Paul will finally fight Canelo when he's 50 years old.
Canelo and Twitter has been making jabs to Jake Paul. I wouldn't mind, but when you start talking shit about another fighter, you gotta fight him. Like you have to. You can't just like you and Bradley Martyn. But it's different with you because you don't talk shit. That's why when people call you out,
and Bradley Martyn,
nobody gets mad at you when you don't fight these people because that's not your type of character.
Yes, but Bradley Martyn wasn't talking shit.
He was talking shit. Okay.
He was not. He says, shit. I feel that anybody who was less than 100 and like
260,
if there ain't 260, you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
He never says I would fucking destroy.
He doesn't say in disrespectful.
He wasn't disrespectful.
But let him say that to George Masvidal. What do you think George is gonna do?
I don't know. What do you think he would do?
He's gonna beat the fuck out of him. I think he's gonna kill him. Like he said it. George, I can't. If they met, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I saw an interview. George talked about the 260 shit. And George literally said, I wish Bradley would ask me that question. And he said he would destroy Bradley. Yeah, so this is why I love George. He's a gangster, man. I love him. I love
Street Jesus.
Yeah, Street Jesus. He from the streets, too. Jesus from the streets. I love George. He stands on business. And he would fuck, what's his name? Bradley Martyn up. Hey, I'll fuck him up. Fuck it. I'll fuck him up, too. But
you ain't 260, though.
Hey. I'm not, but same with George, bro. I would still fuck him up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Boxing, don't let me hit you. But yeah, you're not that type of dude. But basically, back to Canelo.
Yep.
Before I start rambling, Canelo talks shit about Jake a lot. He calls him this, calls him that. But you can't talk shit about somebody and then not fight him. You just can't do that. I mean, you can, but it makes you look like a bitch, or I'm not gonna lie, man.
So in the past, you've talked shit about John Jones, but you two have never fought.
If he was in this room right now, I would swing on him. He is. If he was in his, fuck it. Charlotte, come to Charlotte, and we can spar. Now, the reason why I haven't talked shit about Jon Jones recently is because I have a video that I sent to you.
Make sure you talk to the mic.
Yeah,
I want to make sure.
my bad. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I haven't talked shit about Jon Jones or Sean or Alex. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started, I was going after everybody. My goal was to fight only the best in UFC. The original plan was to find Streetbeefs, kill all the motherfuckers, and then I was looked at the camera and just tell them to come to Streetbeefs. I know I couldn't make it to the UFC, so I just told them to come here and we could run it. But I haven't really been. People always. I think that's one of the reasons why people kind of like me a little bit, because I call out. It's kind of funny when I call out Jon Jones, but I was serious though. I wanted to fight him. I still kind of do, but the reason I've been talking about him recently is because I got Static, White Wolf. I got actual arch nemesis now. So my goal, I started. Okay, I'm done calling out UFC fight. I'm gonna focus on my opposition, people I'm actually trying to fight. So I stopped really caring, and then I decided I'm just gonna go after my actual ops, because there's so many people I'm gonna fucking get this year. Okay, so I'm just focusing on them.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
But if Jon Jones in this room, I will swing on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's not.
All right.
Lucky us.
Lucky you. I could take him out. I mean, I know you're stronger than me, but I'm just saying.
I have nothing but love for Jon Jones, so I won't be fighting him. I won't not be fighting him.
I like Jon Jones too.
Yeah,
but hey,
but if he was here, but if he was here, you punch him in the face
if he wants to. Yeah, I don't have a grudge against him anymore like I used to, because I just wanted to beat his ass, because I'm like, bro, I want to be the best. I deserve what he's got. I want it. It was like Vegeta and Goku. Vegeta wanted to be the strongest Saiyan, but Goku took that from him. And so I thought about Jon Jones for a while, but then I was like, you know what? And then I got actual enemies, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done clowning out these UFC fighters. I stopped caring about them. I got actual enemies I need to focus and destroy on, so I'm more focused on people that I'm actually gonna fight.
Gotcha.
So I started, shifting my priorities more.
Okay.
So I don't got no beef against Jon Jones anymore. But again, if he was in this room and wanted to run it, we can do that. It's on him though. It's on him.
He said, if you want to run it, we are on him.
Yeah, same with Sean.
Like I said, this is why I think you have one of the biggest fan base, while you also have one of your biggest strengths is that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, my Saiyan pride, Vegeta pride.
And there's a lot of people out there who don't believe in themselves, and they lack that, and that's what doesn't make them be successful, I guess you can say.
Really?
Right? Yeah. Like I truly believe, like when we're sitting here talking, the first time we talked, your aura was very strong about how you were like, I'll kill anybody. Why are you trying to kill everybody? Why you keep using that word kill?
My name's Death Sentence, dude.
Okay.
There's Death Sentence, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made a post about it.
Okay.
I made a post.
But why
I can send it to you.
Why can't you say I'm gonna destroy you or I'm gonna beat you up? You always say I'm gonna kill everybody.
I told you, honor. I gotta let them know what I'm gonna do to them. Well, I'm gonna try. I always let everybody know, so nobody complains. Bro, you middle finger me. You talk shit to me. You teabag me. It's like, bro, I told you from the beginning. I have
never seen you teabag anybody.
I'm going to.
Oh, you're going to.
You're gonna see so much savage shit, bro. Middle fingers, teabag, fucking body shots, back. You know what I mean? Yeah, no homo. My bad. But you're gonna see a lot of disrespectful, savage, ruthless, super classic.
So here's a question:
shit.
Vegeta's not disrespectful.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He is not
disrespectful.
Yes, he is. Name one time he was disrespectful.
Bro, this is why I love him. Vegeta, when he fought Zarbon, blasted a hole in his chest, smiling while he did it, smiling while he smiles while he takes their souls. Even recently, Super Vegeta, Captain Ginyu came back to life. Mm-hmm. He finally came back. He goes, to avenge his loss. Vegeta goes up to him, kills him immediately, laughs about it, and then Granola. Oh, wait a second. Did you watch the Granola arc?
Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil. He does some disrespectful, menace behavior and that shit. I can name so many. Cell. He fight all Flash, laughing in his face. Android 19. Do androids experience fear? Like all that. Like he blew him up, smiling. He smiles. He enjoys it. That's why I love Vegeta so much. He loves the game so much.
So I think that's a little bit different of disrespect and him destroying his opposition and laughing at it. Does that make sense? So let's say this.
That's the most ruthless thing you can do.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So let's say I go to a fight and I'm like,
you knock him out. You laugh over his corpse.
Okay. So
Is that not disrespectful? That's some savage gangster stuff.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? You think that's disrespectful?
What?
I don't. I think disrespectful is like
What?
disrespectful. Like Vegeta.
No, you wouldn't get mad if somebody knocked you out and then started laughing over your body like this. That's what Vegeta did.
He said like this.
That's what Vegeta did.
I mean,
he took off Android 19's head. This face the whole time. I love this face so much. He was like Google. I'll screenshot it to you. Again, nobody knows Vegeta like me, bro. No one knows Vegeta. I'm the biggest Vegeta fan ever, bro.
I guess
his head was gone and he was laughing about it.
I guess I never looked at Vegeta being disrespectful. I just
What?
felt like
All his trash talk. He says Broly. Bro, in the Japanese dub, this is the only time I like the Japanese dub more. When he fought Super Broly, he had him on the ground and he said, fucking worthless. And then he tried to kill him. He tried to murder him.
and then Goku said, no.
Yeah, Goku said, no, don't kill him. And Vegeta didn't give a fuck. He was like, bye. And but Broly happened to, and Goku was like, don't do that again. Vegeta just looked at him coldly.
Gotcha.
It was so fucking cold.
I mean, I guess when you put in that aspect,
Yeah,
I guess he
hell.
is disrespectful, but I just never viewed it as disrespectful.
How? What do you think? If that's not disrespectful, what is? What is disrespectful to you?
I don't know, like
What the heck?
I don't know. It's kind of
That's
hard.
crazy.
I mean, when you put it in that context, it is disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I
wouldn't
feel
want that to happen to me. I'm telling you, I don't want to be the other guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And they die in most of them cases. Not too.
So when you talk about killing, it's mostly you just trying to destroy your opposition.
in the most ruthless way possible. And I let them know that I'm
Gotcha.
a savage. I'm a classic Saiyan. You know how the Saiyans are ruthless.
But how can you,
cold-blooded.
have you ever seen a black Saiyan before?
Black Saiyan. I'm Black Saiyan. I'm a Black Saiyan. The white hair.
I think of all the Dragon Ball Z I've ever watched, I have not seen one nigga on that planet.
That's crazy. They should have a black. I was thinking about that. They can have like a nigga Saiyan. Sorry. Nigga Saiyan. I mean, a Black Saiyan.
Okay.
A real nigga Saiyan. So I gotta stop saying it. My God. I'm black, dude.
Yeah.
A Black Saiyan.
Uh-huh.
And I think it would be. I would personally want him as a villain because that would be so fucking cool. Like a evil Saiyan.
So would you be a
Black.
villain or would you be a good guy?
If I was in the Dragon Ball world.
Yeah.
Well,
I know that's you got to watch the words you choose now. You got to use your words because if you're a good guy and you're going around being disrespectful, I think people are going to look at you different.
I would probably be like one of those edgy heroes like the Punisher. Like just no mercy at all, just finishes the bad guy off. I was literally thinking, I'm going to say it right now. When my time comes and I leave this road, I'll give any other Japanese guy my likeness rights. You have permission to make an anime about me. Here's what I want the anime to be about. I'm like a Goku type protagonist, right?
Okay.
Like I don't care what nobody says. People always say, "Oh, Goku's not a hero." Yes, the fuck he is. He's a fucking hero. I want to explain right now. He literally, one of his motivations for dying against Cell, he gave his life versus Cell, was literally his motivation for dying. Because everybody always says Goku is this selfish Saiyan that who's not a hero at all. He's a warrior. No, he's not. He literally sacrificed himself against Cell, and his motivation for doing it was because I feel like my presence brings. He's like a villain magnet, right? I feel like my presence literally brings villains to Earth, and it puts Earth in danger. So I think it's better if I don't. Because remember, they had an opportunity to bring him back, and he's like, "No,
leave me here."
It was some Superman shit. I'm gonna leave the Earth because I feel I'll leave the Gohan now because Gohan was supposed to be the main character, but I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. Personally, hot take. I don't think Gohan should be the main character. But anyway, back to the point. He said, "No, I don't want Earth to be in danger no more. And in case it is in danger, because threats aren't just gonna stop, Gohan will protect it.
And so will Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta too. So Goku literally sacrificed, and if he was really a selfish Saiyan warrior, then he would stay. He wouldn't give a fuck if Earth was in danger. He would keep fighting. But no, he literally decided his wife is on kids. His wife. He sacrificed all that just so the Earth won't be in danger again. And he comes back, and the only reason he even stays is because he can't. He at the end of the Buu saga, he became alive.
Yep.
So I don't want to hear that dumbass shit. Goku is a hero, point blank serious.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say Goku isn't a hero.
Oh my God, bro, it's on YouTube all the time. That guy fucking. I'm gonna give Six a shout out. Six, you're cool, bro, but that video you made was fucking bullshit.
Okay.
It was about Goku. He was trying to paint Goku as some kind of sociopathic type dude. That video was bullshit, bro.
Okay,
that was stupid. But the end will be about. I'll be a Goku type protagonist. I would love fighting, but if there's a villain threatening, the peace, I will fight him. But mainly, I like to fight, but I will help out, when I can.
Okay, well, here's a hot take I want to talk about.
Ahead.
Hot take.
Oh yeah.
I believe you are a better grappler
Oh
than you
my
are a
God.
striker.
Yeah, we got to talk about this, bro.
I truly believe that.
Mighty Mouse, what weed are you smoking, bro? Like,
Only
bro,
the best.
Always the best.
Only buy a hemp.
Oh my God. Before we continue, Nick and Mike, you disagree with that? Am I allowed to bring him in the video?
Yeah, they're here.
Nick and Mike, what do you think about that? You guys think I'm you saw me fight first up close.
They felt your presence.
You felt my presence. You saw my fight videos, I assume. Better. Now, what's been my weakness so far? Before we even talk about that, what's been the reason I've been losing?
The grappling. Yeah, wrestling, man.
Wrestling.
But you picked up the grappling faster than the striking.
I agree, but
I'm gonna stop it right now.
go ahead, keep going.
I'm gonna stop it right now. Okay. Get in your stance. Get in your stance.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Here we go. Give me a 2.
Fuck.
Good job.
2. Yes. 1, 2. Oh, no. I meant to say 1. I meant to say 1. 1, 2.
Wait, do it again. Sorry.
1, 2.
Good job.
He took us, Nick. Shout out to Nick is helping me out a lot, bro. Shout out to
And what have I done?
a lot, of course. You told me it. You told me it. Yeah. Shout out to my nigga Nick. My boy Nick. My boy Nick. I'm so sorry, man. My boy Nick. My boy Nick has taught me a lot. He taught me how to feint, to better perfect the jab, because to twist my feet, that's where your power comes from. And to feint. That's how I landed that land kick on Ginger Man. Ginger George. What's his name?
Drew.
He
said gingerbread. George. What's his name?
Drew. That's how I landed the kick on the homie Drew. Shout out to Drew too, man. Sorry for all the rage. Oh, let me get to Mike. Sorry for all the rage and banter we had, but I was trying to get in that mode, bro. Apologies, but you're the GOAT. Thank you. And that's how I landed that kick. That was because of the homie Nick.
Well, you know what? I'll just apologize because I didn't do anything for you.
Oh my God, oh my God. But Mighty Mouse, shout out to Mighty Mouse. He's right here. Thank you for teaching me how to do that stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
So you told me how to do it. Nick told me how to perfect it. Everybody's my teacher right now. I just always everybody's been teaching me things.
Okay,
My brother
well.
helped me with that. Michael helped me with
What did he help you with? What did Michael help you with?
camera shots. He helped me with camera shots. He got the best camera angles, the best camera guy. Our equipment is awesome because of him. Shout out to the homie Michael. Shout out to the homie Nick, who taught me how to perfect their techniques, and shout out to you for teaching me the techniques in the first place.
Absolutely, man. Well, I think, this has been an absolute joy to have you here, to talk to you, and to give the fans
they're going to love this.
something to, because that's what made me want to bring you out here, is to get back to the fans and do what I said we were going to do, which is if it got, a certain point, we'll bring you out here and do the training arc.
Wait, before we end this.
Yep.
Dana White. Here it is. I said I was going to do it.
There you go.
Dana White. Everybody make sure he sees this shit. This better get 1 million views, 3 million views. All my followers share it. Oh, my bad. Fuck. I want to restart. Dana White, make sure all my fans, mission to all Depson's fans, make sure this gets millions of views so Dana White can see it. Dana White, I want to join the Contender Series. I'll do whatever the fuck I have to get onto the thing, to get onto the show, to join the UFC. If I can win, I'm gonna say this: if I win 100 street beef matches in a row, will you take me to the Contenders? I know you only really take pros. I don't know the qualifications for it. I'm trying to go the Kimbo Slice route. Where Kimbo Slice was a street fighter, and he had no training at all, as far as I know. And he just joined it based off street fighting alone. Tank Abbott, another street nigga in the gym. Street dude in the gym. Another street dude who, again, no training at all, but just street fighting. That's what I want to do. I want to start off with street fighting, get better over time, and then you take me to the Contender. I'll be the first street dude to win the UFC championship. And I want to fight for the BMF belt because I'm a bad motherfucker. I am a gangster. One of the hardest gangsters ever. My gangster, I want to be, that's what I want my UFC, my martial art, my legacy to be. I want to be the King Von of street beefs. The George Masvidal, the Nate Diaz. I want to be the most gangsters fighter anywhere, any fucking time, any weight. I'm dedicated. I'm a true Super Saiyan. all that.
So
Please give me to the Contender Series. That's all I ask for. Give me a chance.
Okay, let's set the stage. You get to
Yes.
you get a Dana White Contender Series.
Yes.
You get through there. You get your first contract. 50 to show, 50 to fight.
Yes.
Who is Death Sentence first fight, and what division would you fight in?
I could beat up that bitch ass nigga that called out Mighty Mouse. Oh my bad.
You can't touch Pantoja. Okay,
No, dude. I can't touch the title. No, wait, but
you can't go out and fight for the title.
the
of the runner-up.
Japanese nigga did. His name is. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Kyle Sakura?
Calcicra, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets a title shot immediately, and that's because
So
he was one of the best.
You fight at 125.
120. Damn, that's low as fuck.
That's why I gotta figure out the division.
Help Pedro to move up a little bit. I want him to be doing 135 at least.
So 135.
Yeah.
So you go 135. Who you gonna fight? You got your first fight. You won a Dana White's Contender Series. Who's the first fight you're gonna fight?
I want to fight Pantoja because he called you out. If
He's at 125. He's at 125.
Fuck it. I'll fucking, if I have to, I'll cut weight for it. Then I'm not gonna get a weight class again. My preferred weight class, I want to be as heavy as fucking possible. I'm a big fan of Sean Strickland because he's huge, menacing. He used to be a gangster before his virginity got took. But by DDP, Sean Strickland, again, I fucking love you, nothing but respect. And again, I know I beef against you, but if you want to run it, we can do that. But again, I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nobody. You know
You be careful. He might fly out and come and get you.
I'm not fucking Sneeko, Sean. I'm not Sneeko. I'm not that little dude. Listen, I'm not gonna talk too much trash because Sneeko. Again, I don't like to. This is why I don't call people no more because I'm so famous.
You busy. You famous.
Yeah, and I'm famous, and I don't really want to. Because imagine there's a fighter, a fan of me. I love Death Sentence, and I say I'm gonna beat his ass because I don't know if he likes me or not.
Yep.
So in case Sneeko is a fan of me, I'm not saying he is, but in case he likes me, or whatever, Sneeko, you're cool, and you're a real nigga for fighting Sean. But I'm not Sean. You can ask Mighty Mouse. I hit hard as hell. Okay, I'm gonna hurt you, Sean. You might can hurt me, but I'll hurt you too. If we're boxing purely, I got you. You can go as hard as you want. I'm not going down. We can just square and bang. But yeah, I want a motivation for Sean. Again, I don't hate Sean. I don't want to fight him. I will if I have to, though. I ain't no bitch. But point is, DDP took your virginity. You used to be a gangster. You need to fight. You shook his hand. How you gonna shake a nigga hand who talked about your past trauma? Your dad, I don't know what your dad did to you, but whatever. And you're gonna shake his hand afterwards? He said your dad fucked you. He fucked you in the ass. You're gonna take that? George wouldn't have took that. King Von wouldn't have took it. Nate Diaz wouldn't have took that shit. Ski Mask, XXXTC, I don't know how to say his name. XXTCion, XX. You know what I'm talking about. That's the most skinniest nigga ever, and he wouldn't have took that shit. Sean, you are a fucking gangster. You should not take that shit. You need to rematch EDP. Do not shake his fucking hand. Don't show no sportsmanship. No nice whatsoever. Beat his ass. Every time you see him, it needs to be on. You know what George did to Leon? It was on site when George walked up to Leon and sucker punched him in the fucking face. That's what you need to do. If you see DDP, if you ever see him on the streets, punch that motherfucker. Kill that motherfucker. Not with a gun. That's coward shit. With your hands. Beat the fuck out of him. Kill the unit. And when you fight him, again, rematch him. I want to see that fight again. I want to see it, but I want to see the true Sean Strickland. I saw the gangster in you. I know you got it in you. You need to fight Sean. You need to fight DB again. In or out the UFC. Perfectly in the UFC, though. You need to take his fucking life like you said you were going to do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have something special for the fans. Yeah. We have some of your headband that we're going to be giving it away. Here you go. You can hold this one.
We're going to sign these.
We're going to sign these guys. So, you know, it was a truly pleasure for me to train you for the training arc and doing the MightyCast again with us. We're always rooting for you. We cannot wait to see what you do in the future.
May 3rd, baby.
So fans, make sure you guys leave a comment, subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
We're going to make it official. We're going to sign these bad boys, bless them. Yes. And make sure you guys go to Spotify, wherever you get your podcast at. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, and Death, this is your opportunity to let the fans know how they can support you, what you got coming next in the future.
All right, guys. Oh, sorry about that. All right, guys. Let me get close to the mic. Oh, that camera. My bad. All right, guys. So, support me on Death Sentence 03. That's like my only social media, low key. Support me on TikTok so we can start going live on there. Snapchat, Death Sentence 3 for all of them. And yeah. So I got a lot of cool fights coming. By the time you see this, I should have fought by now. I'll beat his ass. I know, like I said, I would. And yeah, support me on there and share. Remember, the only thing I want you guys to do is make sure Dana White sees this video. You guys are my only way to UFC, and you too, I think. Yeah, you are.
I hope. I don't know.
Yeah. Mighty Mouse, you guys. This is my chance to join the UFC this year or next year or whatever. Let Dana White know that I exist, and please let him see this video. That's what I want you guys to do. Share, send it. I want 1 million niggas, dude. 1 million dudes. 1 million of my fans to send him this fucking video. 1 million of them so he can get it for sure. Tag Dana White. I want the whole world to tag Dana White, let him know Death Sentence exists, and I want to join the UFC. And that's it. That's all I want you guys to do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, like I said before, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell so we know we drop another fucking banger.
Yes.
As always, I am your host, Demetrious Johnson. That is our guest.
Death Sentence.
I don't have to fucking say it. And shout out to the producers, Nick and
Nick,
Michael
the homie
Wandover.
Nick, and the nigga Maya. Oh. Sorry.
We will see you guys at the next episode of the MightyCast.
Yes.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Mighty Recap. And this is the part of the episode where we recap everything we just went through with our guest. And our guest was Mr. Death himself.
Death Sentence.
That's right, baby. Death, welcome. First off, shout out to you for winning your fight. You know, obviously it was a lot of training. You put in the work and it came out on top of eliminate the state death penalty. How does it feel to get your first victory?
It felt amazing. Like I said before, bro, I cried. Yeah, a little bit off screen because I finally won that shit. And don't worry, we're gonna celebrate very hard this year. I got a party coming July 19th. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. Yeah, bro, the victory felt
For the party July 19th, is it 21 and over? What's the stipulation you're getting at, my boy?
So here's what we're gonna do about the party. So we're gonna throw 2 parties. I don't know when the first party's gonna. I know for a fact the adult one's gonna be July 19th. We're gonna try and throw like a kiddie type party in somewhere in June, where kids can come, adults come, anybody can come. Because I got 2 audiences, right? So we're gonna make a kiddie party where everybody can come, and then the adult party is gonna be in July 19th, where we're gonna have girls and music and twerking contests and all that shit for the adults and alcohol and all that other shit. Yeah, so we're gonna have 2 sets of parties, and July is gonna be the really big one. It's gonna be in a huge building. We're still planning everything, but July 19th was a for sure date. And I hope everybody can come to my hometown in Charlotte and I have a good time and enjoy this win together, because we did it, baby. We did it.
That's what's up.
Well, celebrate hard.
I saw recently on Instagram that you were going out to the club. How was that? You and your cousin went out to the club. How'd that go? Okay,
yeah. So I think I texted my nigga Nick about this, right? So my cousin, I haven't seen him in a while. He was in town. He wanted to hang out with me, and he's a party animal. So I went to go hang out with him. He made me take a shot. I don't drink alcohol regularly, but on special occasions, I'll take 1 shot and I'm done. I took 1 shot of that shit and it almost fucked me up. Like, I'm serious, bro. Like, that shit tasted like it didn't taste good at all. It's just like, I don't know how they drink that shit. It tastes like straight poison. Like, I drank that shit in my body. Like, I'm not even lying, my body was tingling, and like I was going in and out of consciousness. Like, it was horrifying. And then he took me to the strip club right out. He made me. I have my I like to wear my t-shirt, hoodies, and my headband, but he made me take that shit off, and I wear the fucking jeans and the. You saw my outfit, right?
Yeah, I saw you looking fly. You were looking fly.
Yeah, I was looking fly. Thank you. I went in the strip club. And first thing that happened, the strip club, I don't know how, but the strippers knew me. Everybody knew who I was. They the owner, he ran the club. He said, "Yo, we got Death Sentence in the building." He made me stand up, and then people started cheering for it. And I'm like, "Damn, how famous am I? That's crazy." But it was a wild experience. I didn't know they allow strippers to have their tits out like that. I didn't know. Like I knew strippers existed, but I thought they wear bras and panties. I knew. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I knew they existed, but I thought, first Family Guy, the strippers wear
Bra, panties,
bras and panties, and they never shoot a full thing. Bruh, they was damn near naked.
Yeah.
Like it was, I've never seen that shit before. And I couldn't stay there long. I did throw money. I actually did throw money at one. The rest of the strippers, they were skinny as fuck. I wasn't interested in them. But yeah, cause like I told Tim Bullshit, I like thick girls, like BBW type women. I like them big. I like them a little chubby, low key. Like I don't mind the gut as long as the ass is bigger than the gut. And I saw a stripper on there that was kind of my type, so I gave her $5.
Nice.
Yeah, I gave her $5. I put in our panties, and after that, I had to go because I told my boy, "Listen, bro, I'm about to pass out. I've never seen this shit before. My heart is racing." And like, at that point, if you're a man, you know why I couldn't move because I couldn't move, or else everybody would have saw. So I waited till I calmed down, and I got out of there.
Nice,
but
nice.
It was
an
experience.
I'm glad you had your first experience in the strip club. I'm sure you're gonna have many more opportunities to go back to the strip club. So
with my cousin, yeah.
When's your next fight? When can we expect Mr. Death to take out one of his ops?
Okay. Yes, all right. So the next op, and I'm gonna take out. So the next fight is we're trying to lock it. It's not locked in, but we're trying to fight July 26th. Should be a scrapyard. We're trying to go to DC, Seattle. We're trying to go to Seattle, Washington, and I'm trying to fight my op Lights Out again. I was supposed to fight Lights Out last year, but shit happens. I wasn't able to go. He called me a bitch ass duck nigga. So I'm gonna punish him for that. We're trying to lock in July 26th. That's when the event is. I'm gonna fly up there, beat his ass. Yep. And then but it's shaky because I'm still trying to convince my mom to go with the idea. She wants me to wait till August 2nd, train 3 more months, and then take the next fight. But I'm ready to go now. I want to. And again, Mighty Mouse, I'll watch your video on me. You said yourself that I should be able to beat Lights Out as long as I stick to the game plan. Because and my mom told me, listen, because Lights Out is a boxer.
Yep.
And we watched some of his videos. We were breaking them down. My mom was like, bruh, he's bobbing and weaving. He's hitting punches. Like he's actually boxing. My mom said every time you fight, you throw hammer fists. And I think, he's probably going to get around there. I'm like, listen, mom, I think Static would beat his ass in boxing for being real. Like, bro, all my enemies, all my ops said death sentence. I'm not going to take you to the ground. I'm going to knock you out. Death penalty said this shit. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to prove that your stand-up is nothing. Because everybody, since I started, everybody's always making, they're making fun of the way I punch. But every time they fight me, what is the first thing they do?
They take you down.
Sniff. They put my face to the crotch immediately and try to take me down. It happens all the time. So I'm telling my mom, bro, listen, you say yourself on Ross, I got a lot of power. Oh, what happened? Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I got a lot of power. And if I hit you, you're going down. So I'm pretty sure I'm positive I would destroy Lights Out on a stand-up. And if it gets to the ground, it's over. Like, I'm efficient with this shit. I can do an arm bar from a triangle. So, yeah, the next fight should be July 22nd. And if not, I'm going to kill White Wolf on August 2nd. Yeah.
Okay. And then, I heard you're about to get into streaming, so you're gonna get on TikTok, Twitch.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Where can people look for the next time they're gonna see Death outside of fighting his ops?
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be streaming, posting videos, all the other shit. So yeah, please subscribe and we'll have a very good time. I plan on streaming. I got the Naruto game right behind me. Right. I'm about to play that after this. But I'm gonna stream today. I'm gonna try and stream on TikTok today. See how the shit work. And then I'm gonna go to Twitch. I don't know when I'm gonna be on Twitch. I gotta make the account first, and that's probably gonna take a minute. So I might not stream till probably like the week after next week, but if I can get the account made in time, I might, because I leave town on Tuesday. But on Monday, if I can get the account ready, I might try and stream Twitch on Monday before I leave.
Okay.
But I'm streaming on TikTok today. I'm gonna try to. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a lot of plans. Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Death, I don't want to take too much of your time. You're a very busy man. You got the strippers
Yes.
calling you. You got the DJs calling you now. This is your opportunity
God.
to let the fans know how they can support you and how they can follow you
Yes.
on all your socials.
Yes. So first off, please buy the shirts. When you buy the shirts, you support me. And y'all been begging for merch for years now. So it's finally here. Please buy the shirts. Second, Dev Sentence 03 Instagram, Dev Sentence 06 TikTok, my bad. Dev Sentence 06 TikTok, and I'm pretty sure I think it's Dev Sentence 03 on Snapchat too. I'm on Snapchat as well. So follow me there and to support me and shit. And please tune in tonight. When I stream on TikTok. I'm planning to stream tonight as we speak.
Boom. There you go,
Hopefully it
ladies.
goes well. I'm gonna play Naruto Storm Connections.
There you go. Boom, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. And the shirts he's talking about, we did the Training Arc shirts. If you go to shopmighty.com, pick up the Training Arc shirts. All of those shirts that are sold, a little bit of the proceeds are going to go to Mr. Death so he can continue his journey in becoming the best fighter in the world. And hopefully one day he'll make it to the UFC and whoop Jon Jones' ass if Jon Jones ever decides to fight. I am your host, Demetrious Johnson. That is our guest, Mr. Death Sentence. We will see you guys in the next episode of the MightyCast.